when Christian made his return in 2021. And welcome back, guys, and again, well, this is Mikeratto, and welcome to a new video where today we're going to discuss the return of Captain Charisma. Well, the guy who has his peeps, and well, the population, and many more. He has a lot of nicknames, and well, he outworks everyone. So, well, in this video, we are going to discuss, well, Christian's wrestling return. Well, it's not only for WWE, but he made his mark also in AEW, shocking fans. While instead of us seeing Edge and Christian having their tag team return, while we saw a huge jump in AEW. So how did this happen? Well, I'm not sure how quite this happened, but yeah, both of the tag team partners actually returned in 1 year apart. While Edge returned in 2020 as a surprise entrant, and while Christian did the same 1 year later, which we all know that Christian has his set also of concussion and injuries, which led to people think that he's fully retired forever, he will not wrestle again. But again, people had their dedications to their own passions. That's why we saw Christian returning in 2021. So when Edge had his Royal Rumble moment, and also it's not just about Edge but also Edge and Christian in the Royal Rumble, we also see a lot of superstars who made their mark, such as Damian Priest, also the return of Team Hell No, and the Royal Rumble. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that actually happened in the Royal Rumble match in 2021, which ultimately was won by Edge. But yeah, Edge didn't won both of his Royal Rumble victories in WrestleMania in his title matches. So yeah, 2010 versus Chris Jericho and 2021 now with Roman Reigns. Well, for Christian, he made a huge jump, and that is a huge career jump in All Elite Wrestling. While for Christian, he made this huge jump, and it was actually unexpected, unlike some debuts in AEW. Well, there's hints, there's spoilers, there's a lot of wrestling sheets. Well, I think this was one of their surprise debuts, especially when Christian actually performed in the Royal Rumble. People expected him to stay in the WWE. So it's like we're seeing his TNA times yet again when we see his success, and I'm praising actually the company because they made Christian a huge star, and they made him world champion, a credible world champion, which fans tuned to see. Just look at his run in TNA before, and look at his matches also with Sting, his heel turn, his face turns, his world title runs, and more. While when he was world champion in WWE, they made a short run out of it, though he is respected by everyone in that ring. The short world title runs, which led to this one more match storyline, which is actually one of the best storylines in 2011. Next to Cena and Punk's storyline in 2011, this was also one of the biggest storylines they have. So Captain Charisma also, he made his huge career in the WWE, because he had this huge ladder matches, his tag team with Edge, his intercontinental title reigns, and in Impact or TNA, he made these huge storylines with bigger stars, which is it elevates him, and people were actually curious on how he will be treated when he returned to WWE in 2009. Now, fast forward to 12 years later, when Christian actually returns after 12 years of being in the WWE. 7 years of that he was out of wrestling. He was doing WWE backstage stuff, being an analyst alongside with Paige, with Booker T, with Renee Young, Paquette, and CM Punk. So they are making this WWE backstage stuff. which yeah, it actually had his time on there. So when he actually debuted in AEW, he has this logo of outwork everyone, which while he had a streak, a winning streak, which while he defeated the guys in Team Taz, while a lot of guys also in the roster, such as, well, you know who, well, the guys like Big Money, Matt Hardy, Kenny Omega, Frankie Kazarian, and a lot of guys in AEW, which he had the undefeated streak. Which, well, he had also this undefeated streak also with the tag team matches. Just in general, well, they made him a huge star. And also in AEW, well, a lot of stars actually debuted in 2021, such as, well, the Big Show, Mark Henry, going there on 2020-2021, guys who are former WWE superstars, also with Adam Cole, with Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, and also one of the biggest debuts in AEW, which is the return of CM Punk after 7 whole years. So yeah, that one was, well, spoiled by the internet, their hints, also in AEW, and while people speculating. So yeah, well, a lot of WWE superstars are going now to AEW to experience new landscape, to experience new career, and more and more. Also, guys like Miro and 2.0 who actually debuted in AEW. So there's a lot of WWE, former WWE guys who's been debuting in AEW, and well, yeah, which lead to the question of, well, fans are debating which is the more superior brand. Is it about the ratings or the wrestling storylines, or whichever is the better company? Well, a lot of wars were actually on the internet, while most wrestling fans compared AEW with the WWE and vice versa, which is better, who is better. And well, yeah, a lot of people has been doing this kind of stuff when AEW actually, well, debuted, when they had that. Well, one of their major stars also was Chris Jericho, who has been there since day one, which, well, before, people is talking about that as a t-shirt company. Now with 2 years in AEW's prime, while they had a lot of story matches, even Tony Khan looks so interested in most of his guys. Like, when you see his excitement when he acquired some superstars. So yeah, there's the excitement of a person when he actually signed huge stars. Like, he is smiling during the interviews, like, I got this guy, I'm excited to use him on a storyline, which, well, a lot of also pro wrestlers on the AVP spots will help him build that storyline. Well, you know, the elite, which, well, most of them are actually AVP for AEW. So yeah, well, with the guys such as Christian Cage, CM Punk, and a lot of WWE superstars debuting in AEW, also Sting, who has been, well, a known WCW legend. Guys also like Andrade. So there's a lot of WWE superstars who's been transferring to All Elite Wrestling. So this is more of a praise for what both wrestling companies are doing. And well, yeah, there's been that. So, well, thank you for watching. And again, this is Mikeratto, and peace.